Harvest is fast approaching, labor ramps up, bottling schedules tighten, cash starts to move quickly, and a lot of winery owners, this is when financial surprises start showing up. Maybe margins are thinner than expected, maybe inventory isn't lining up and building up, maybe cash flow suddenly feels really, really tight. The reality is, a winery cannot afford to wait until year end to understand its financial position. That's why a mid-year financial review is one of the most important exercises a winery can do. Today I want to walk through why mid-year reviews matter, what wineries should actually be looking at, and how this process helps wineries head into the harvest with confidence instead of uncertainty. Why mid-year matters for wineries. Wineries are not your typical business. Your cash cycles are longer, your inventory takes way longer to monetize, and your biggest operational period, the harvest period, is still ahead in the second half of the year. That creates a dangerous situation if your numbers are unclear, because by the time year end arrives, it's usually too late to fix cash flow issues, inventory problems, margin compression, or tax planning opportunities. A mid-year review gives you a chance to stop operating reactively, and instead of asking, why did this happen? You can start asking, what do we need to do now? At Protea Financial, we often see wineries wait too long to review the financial side of their business because operations naturally take priority. And that makes sense. You're focused on vineyard management, production, compliance, sales, staffing, and preparing for but strong operational execution without financial visibility can still create serious problems because wineries don't fail from a lack of passion. They struggle when they lose visibility into cash, margins, and inventory. Any good review starts with the cash flow. The first thing every winery should evaluate mid-year is cash flow. Profitability is important, but cash flow will be key as we enter into the cash-heavy period of the year, being harvest. You'll have fruit purchases, labor, bottling potentially, dry good purchases, some shipping, equipment costs, compliance costs, and timing the delays between when you're spending that money now in harvest until when you'll actually be able to bottle and sell that product. Many wineries look at profitability on paper while being cash constrained. That is a major issue for the industry. A mid-year review should take time to answer the questions like, how much cash will harvest require? When will cash leave the business? Are receivables being collected fast enough? Is the inventory tying up too much working capital? And will a line of credit be available and needed? If you cannot clearly answer those questions, you should already be operating at a risk. This is a great time to reforecast your position for the next 6 months and start building the budget for the next financial year. By showing what your expected revenues and costs are, you'll be able to create a cash flow forecast that will allow you to answer these questions and allow you to make plans so that you're not rushed or under pressure during the busiest time of your year. It's always important to understand your true margins. The next major analysis for every winery is, what are my actual margins? And this is where wineries often uncover surprises, especially right now. Shipping costs have changed dramatically, labor costs continue to rise, distributor performance varies heavily, mostly to the negative, and channel profitability is not always obvious. A winery might have strong sales growth but weaker margins. That's dangerous because revenue growth can hide operational inefficiencies for a while. A proper mid-year review should evaluate direct-to-consumer margins, wholesale margins, tasting room profitability, wine club performance, fulfillment and shipping costs, and production cost trends. Need visibility into which channels are actually generating profits, not just revenue, because not all growth is healthy growth. When you're seeing wineries realize they need tight operational discipline and financial visibility in the current environment, it is important to understand which part of your businesses are actually making you money. This is always important for a business in general, but in a business where inventory heavy with long lead times, it becomes even more critical, especially in difficult markets like we're currently experiencing. If you do not have an accountant in place that handles your books on a day-to-day basis, this is probably a time to clean up the books so that you have a clearer picture of your business. Many people are running around with books that are not accurate, waiting for their tax providers to clean it up at year end. This creates a lot of problems, but makes it extremely difficult to figure out cash flows, how much inventory you truly have, and if any reconciliations are required and balance up cleanup is needed. At Protea Financial would love to work with you, help you clean up your books, and put you in a good position to operate effectively going forward. But remember, if you're not going to use us and you don't trust your current accountant, it is very difficult to forecast cash, analyze your margins, prepare for taxes, or make operational decisions without accurate financial information. I suggest working with us or other businesses like us to allow you to have the best financial information possible to make the best financial decisions for your business. The mid-year is a great time to reach in with your tax provider as well. Doing some early tax planning will benefit your business and allow you to plan for cash flows in the second half of the year and early first half of the year as required. Mid-year gives you time to evaluate projected tax income, assess equipment purchases, review depreciation opportunities, plan capital expenditure, and avoid last-minute surprises. If you plan early enough, you can compare financing options, structure purchase strategic, and align tax planning with operational needs. Good tax planning is rarely reactive, and this is a great time to touch in with your tax providers. Here's a simple check-in that you can manage by yourself. You're probably due for a mid-year review if your books are more than 30 days behind, you're unsure how much cash harvest will require, margins have surprised you this year, and you don't know your most profitable sales channels. If you're worried about cash flow, it's a good time to check in with your accountant, understand what's going on in your business, and plan for the future. Remember, a mid-year assessment is not about perfection, but clarity. And having a good conversation with somebody you trust will help you make better plans, allow you to adjust as necessary, and hopefully be more successful. A mid-year financial review is not about criticizing what went wrong. It's about creating a strategy for what happens next. The wineries that navigate challenging markets successfully are the ones that understand their numbers, monitor cash carefully, maintain clear reporting, and make proactive decisions early. The second half of the year moves quickly in this industry, and most harvests will arrive fast, and so now is the time to evaluate cash flow, margins, inventory, operational costs. If your winery needs help understanding where things stand financially before harvest, that's exactly what we do. We help wineries make better business decisions. Thank you for watching this video. Until next time, goodbye.